coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson-Wood. I'm the board game teacher. Thanks for coming to my games room. Today we're going to take a look at Anomia by Everest. So look at the report card for Anomia. I'm going to give the number of players an A-. It plays between 3 to 6 players, and normally I say like 4 is my B range. So I had to give it a little higher than that, but the fact that it's sort of restrictive and the fact that you need 3 and up to 6, and I think it's the kind of game that I don't think you want to play in larger groups. I mean, ideally, for the A+, I've had a couple of A+ games out here. The ones that you could sort of modify, tweak to include more people or even a whole class. That would be the ideal, but in this one, 3 to 6 is where you're looking at. So I think an A- is fair. So for learning, I'm going to give the game a C. There's nothing really here that would be sort of a curriculum knowledge that you would be teaching or helping to reinforce the knowledge of. Where this game would really be good, though, I would think, would be maybe for teachers who are doing ESL or ELL. That might be a good one for them because there's some simple words on there that they would know. So it's not for teaching it, but maybe just reinforcing some of the knowledge that they have and reinforcing some of the English language skills. And so that might be something that they could do. So knowing the words that they're seeing on the cards and then being able to communicate around those words. If you watch the full extended playthrough, you'll understand what I mean if you look at how the game is played. For fun, I'm going to give the game a B+. I think the game is a fun game, and it's I've heard good things about it as well from other people who have played it, and so from my experience with it, it's gone over well, and people have enjoyed it. So I think that it would be one that would, again, it's a way to be doing some different learning things and sharing knowledge and things like that in a fun way. So I think that's a B+. So for time, I'm going to give the game an A. This game is one of those games where you don't really have to worry about the time that the game prescribes. Now the game prescribes 2 rounds, which are about 30 minutes each, so a total of 60 minutes. But really, what you're doing is you're just playing to win the cards each round, and each card that you win is a point. So who's to say that you couldn't finish after X amount of time, however much time you have left in a period, or how much time you have for the students to be playing. Let them play, let them have fun, and then at the time when it's done, count up your cards, and whoever wins, wins. So it's those kinds of games where there's no definitive start and end. It just kind of goes until it goes. To me, that would be the best kind. And so for that reason, I would give it the A because it's so fluid and flexible. For cost, I'm going to give the game an A+. Anomia, right now at levelup.ca, is running for about $15. So that is a great price for a game. I mean, this game is just a bunch of cards. 92 cards to be exact, but still, that is, for games nowadays, that is an excellent price, particularly seeing as you're going to be able to accommodate up to 6 students with one game. So if you want to get a class set, then you're probably looking at maybe $60, 15 times 4. And there's actually even a kids Anomia as well. So for younger students, they can play Anomia Kids, and that was only like $13, so it's even cheaper. So there are definitely some cheap options out there. So the Anomia is a great option for one if you're on a budget and want to do something. So it might be one to consider in your class. All right, let's take it to the table and I'll show you how this game is played. All right, so here we are. We're set up for a game of Anomia. So you have, in the game, you have 2 colors of decks. You have the blue ones and you have the orange ones. You play with 1 deck at a time. And what you do is you put them out, and then the person who shuffles, it takes the first turn, they're going to put down a card. In this case, the card says sci-fi movie. So what's important to note is not only the title that's there, but the symbol. So we have this little checkerboard thing, a little hashtag, or looks like a shreddy missing the edges. And then the next person is going to draw a card and flip it over and put it down. So now, what it has now is this asterisk symbol, which does not match this one, so we're fine right now. Each person takes it in turn then, going around the table, a pet, and the next person, okay, so now, the 4th player has put down a card, and it has a matching symbol to the first card. So this is last name, and the other one. So when they put this one down, this person here would have to name as quickly as they could an example of a sci-fi movie. This person would have to name a last name. whoever can shout out their answer first will win the card. So the card, so this if this person won the card, comes over here. This is now their point, and then another one goes down. It doesn't match anything, and then it goes. Another one goes down over top of that. It doesn't match anything, so it's covering that card. So, and it comes down here now. Okay, so cowboy accessory and clothing. So they both have to shout out something there. So, and the game goes around like that, and that's pretty much all that you're doing. You just keep going around, and when symbols match, then you have to give out your answer. Now, there are going to be times where there's a wild card, and so when the wild card is played, what happens is anybody with these symbols has to have a face-off. So in this case, we do. We have the Cheerio here and the yellow diamond. So these two are now going to have a face-off. So a wild card is going to stay in play until a new wild card goes on top of it, but the person who draws the wild card is supposed to draw another card. So this player would draw another one, and it would go down there. Now, when a wild card is drawn too, so say this person lost again, goes there. It's always the loser's card that goes up, and so now they're going to go again. And so say they won that one. They won, so they get that person's card, and then it goes on, and so on. So the game kind of goes around like that, and like as I was saying, so to know the words, so the words are not necessarily too difficult. Dog breed, Olympic sport. So students who are maybe learning the English language, this could be good for them to practice these kinds of things. But you know, you're not really looking at any sort of solid curricular knowledge, but it is a fun game, and that's Anomia. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. If you have any questions about Anomia, or if you have any suggestions for other games you might like to see on the channel, other topics of discussion you might like me to cover, please leave me a message in the comment section below. Until next time, I'm Craig Thompson-Wood, the board game teacher, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school?